Hello, my name is Emerencia Wijaya, and this is my CIS 3367 midterm project video for Professor Adrian Wheeler's class. For this midterm project, I decided to choose Citibike as my topic. When I first arrived here in New York City, I passed by a Citibike station and I was surprised to find that there is such a unique transportation system in the city. So I did a little research and I read a lot about this interesting mode of transportation, which has operated since May 2013 with approximately 603 stations in New York City. So after reading a lot of stuffs about Citibike, how it works, its pricing, etc., there are several questions that I'm curious about regarding to Citibike, and I'm going to address it in this presentation. Those questions are as such. First one is, when is the peak hours of riding this bike? Second question, which stations are the most popular? Third question, what is the percentage of users for each type of membership? So in order to answer these questions, I'm going to use spreadsheet and Excel tools that I learned in class, which are pivot table, pivot charts, slicers, and also dashboard. These tools are going to help me to make the data, the raw data set to speak and help me to answer those questions. So the data that I use for this proposed is gathered from the Citibike website itself. The website is called citibikenyc.com. And here they provide us a very convenient web page that contains a Citibike trip history data. So just click it over here, download Citibike trip history data. And from here, I downloaded the September 2016 Citibike trip data. So, however, since it's a really huge volume data, Excel could not fit everything into the tables. So I have to limit my observation up until right entry number 1,048,575 in September and 2016. So after I downloaded my data, I put it under a tab here in Excel, which then I called as the raw data September 2016. And as you can see, there are a lot of data here. So this data set contains a lot of information. For example, the trip duration, which is shows in seconds. It also shows the start time, stop time, start station time, end station name. Start station name and end station name. And also they showed us the direction of this station, which is shown by the latitude and the longitude. Another piece of information is they showed us the user type of the bikers, which there are two types. The first one is customers, which are those who purchase the 24-hour pass or the 7-day pass users. As for subscribers, they are basically Citibike's annual member. So the last important piece of data is gender, which is represented by the number 0 for unknown, 1 for male, and 2 for female. However, on this video, for most of the time, I'm going to disregard the unknown gender. So I feel like it's enough with the introductions, so let's take a look at my findings. So this is my findings. The September 2016 statistics of Citibike dashboard. Here I have five charts with three slicers. So basically what I did here is I used pivot charts and slicers to generate information from the raw data. So from that raw data, I created five different pivot tables and put them into several different tabs on their own. So as you can see here, I have a tab for bike ride hour, different tab for total duration. There's also a tab for popular starting station, popular destination station, membership type. Yeah, there are five different tabs. So after putting them to separate different tabs, according to what data I would like to get for each piece of information, After I got my pivot tables, I will then generate my pivot charts, and I put those pivot charts to my dashboard, which is over here. So there are five charts in total, and three slicers. The first chart is showing us the start time using the Citibike. And the second chart is showing us the average total trip duration. The third chart is showing us the most popular start station, and the fourth one is showing us the most popular destination station. Last but not least, um, is the chart that showed us the types of membership. So, and meanwhile, there's also three slicers in general. The first one is about gender, second is about user type, and third one is about start time. So, how do these things work actually? It is very, very simple. You just need to pick your category from these slicers, and the information that you picked will be displayed on these graphs. So, for example, I would like to look on male and female who ride their bikes at 8 a.m. this morning. So, I'm going to pick start time 8 a.m. over here, and I'm going to dislike the number 0 gender as it's irrelevant. Okay, so there you go. The charts have all changed, but what do they mean exactly? So let's see. Number one here, is actually showing that there are more males riding the bike at 8 a.m. compared to females. However, females actually have longer ride, as shown in this second graph. Females have longer rides during 8 a.m. compared to male. And from this third graph, we know that at 8 a.m., there are five most popular stations, which is listed as we can see here, with Penn Station Valley and Pershing Square North Station, which is this one is located across Grand Central Station, as the top two start station. And apparently, um, graph 4 over here is showing that the most popular destination station at 8 a.m. for our bikers is West 52 Street and 5th Avenue. It's really interesting, right? Oh, and lastly is the graph of the types of membership. Apparently, at 8 a.m., all of our bikers are those that is a subscriber user type, a 100% subscriber type. It's really amazing. So, you can play around with these slicers actually. I would like to share something that I found is really, really interesting. So, for example, you want to know how many female and male took City Bike at 2 a.m. until 5 a.m. So, I'm going to select the time here. Oops, I selected too much, so let's deselect. Need a minute to load because the file is really, really huge. Okay, so there you have it. Um, Female and male at 2 until 5 a.m. riders. So what do we have here? As you can see from the first graph over here, that the male population shown in orange is more than women at 2 until 5 a.m. But they both have equally long average total trip duration. What interesting for me here is to find out where actually they're going during these hours. So from the third graph here, it says that they're mostly going from the 42nd Street and 8th Avenue, which is really close to Times Square, just one block away, I believe. And from the fourth graph, here it is showing that most of them are going to Greenwich Street and Northmore Street as their destination, as depicted by this fourth graph. I wonder what's on that Greenwich Street and Northmore. Yes, probably that street which has a lot of restaurants and bars in it. Okay, so personally, when creating this spreadsheet, in my opinion, the most helpful features will be the slicers because, as you can see, it helps us to filter the data, and you might be surprised of what interesting information you can find later. I mean, using this information I just showed you is really interesting, right? Yes, so that is all. I really hope that by watching this video, you can get an insight of how these Excel tools that I use can bring us interesting information out of a data set. Thank you.